Hi and welcome to this live currency strength indicator table video with me, John, on this Monday the 3rd of April. Before I kick off this video, I just want to say if you do hear some building noises going on in the background, I apologise. I've been waiting to see if it will calm down a little bit, but some neighbours are getting some work done. So anyway, carrying on, we've got the live currency strength indicator tables here. We've got the trend traders table, we've got the day traders table. These are the same studies but just highlighting different time frames. You can see here some of the currencies are highlighted in green. That's showing a confluence between the time frames, and that's what we're focusing most of our attention in these videos. Tables auto update every 5 minutes 24/7, meaning that our members can see how the market stands right now in real time. So what do the tables show us today? Well, it shows us that cable is topping the trend traders, with pound being the strongest currency on the higher time frame and the US dollar being the weakest. It's kind of the opposite on the day traders in terms of the high to low. We've got the pound actually at S3 with the dollar at W3 on here. CAD is the second strongest currency on the trend traders, but tops our day traders table. And we've got the yen as W3 on the trend traders, but tops our day traders table. So when we talked about last week, looking at those CAD yen reversal signals and showing that the CAD yen was moving higher, we've still got that sort of continuation on there at the moment. I'm actually going to look at a currency pair we haven't taken a look at in a very long time, which is dollar CAD. We can see that obviously dollar is the weakest currency on the trend traders point of view, topping it, and we've got the dollar being W3 here on the day traders. So gonna have a little look at that potential weakness to continue. Now we did get some news which kind of surprised the market. So OPEC cut output by 1 million barrels. It was a bit of a surprise move and kind of caught the market, or caught most traders out, to be honest. And it's going to put a lot of pressure on inflation globally. Now we can see that usually what tends to happen, there's a correlation between the Canadian dollar and the price of oil. Usually when the price of oil moves to the upside, CAD gets stronger, and that's kind of what we're seeing in relation at the moment, and this could cause the dollar CAD price to continue to break lower. Now I'm on this daily chart here. The reason why I'm kind of zoomed out at the moment is just to kind of bring your attention to the fact that we are coming into a possible area of support. You can see that I've formed this trend line in down through these two lows here, extended it out. We had a couple of touches back at the start of this year, and price extended through. We can see that we're coming back into that point. However, we do have another point of interest just below, which is the 1.3450 handle, which is where I'm expecting price to go here for dollar CAD. Now obviously if the pressure continues and oil prices continue to trade higher because of this news, we could see dollar CAD continue lower, potentially into the 200 daily moving average, which rests at 1.3337.8 at the moment, or it could come down to the bigger level of support. So I have a kind of a supporting zone between the 1.3275 and the 1.3225. So we've got like a 50 pip sort of gap here where you can see these lows formed as well. So that could be an area where price finds support in the market. So sellers who are active here could be looking to target in and around this point. Now that could give us a couple of ideas from a higher time frame point of view, and then we can have a look at the day trading point of view. But from a higher time frame point of view, I'd be looking for a pullback in this market. I'll be looking for a higher low to form. Now, I do have the 1.3650 marked up here, which are the previous lows and highs that you can see that form through this area there. So if price was to maybe find support at this trend line, come back up, we could maybe look for opportunities on lower highs around about the 1.3650 area. Alternatively, you want to look for break and retest of other areas of interest. So you've got the 1.3450 where price could break and retest as well before seeing a continuation to the downside. Now going on to sort of a lower time frame point of view on this 4-hour time frame, again I've just kind of mapped out a few more zones to be aware of just in case price doesn't really give us a longer term pullback. So you can see here in a little bit more detail, I have marked up a zone just through there. It's around about the 1.3560 handle, and you can see that it acted as support as well as resistance recently. So if price was to come back up to that area here, we could look for a potential short opportunity to form around that high for a move down to the 1 spot 34.50. If it breaks that, like I've already explained, we could see price continue to push to the downside with the 200 daily moving average here and that key supporting level a little bit lower. So dollar CAD does look like it's got some room to go here, so I'm expecting maybe a little bit more downside in this market to come. Just be aware we are at this really long-term trend line support, which has acted as support in the sort of near past here, so be aware that that could potentially be happening as well. That's why I'm looking to see if price will come up back to the 1 spot 35.60 handle to give us an opportunity to break lower. Now, another chart of interest, going to stick to CAD. Obviously, we were looking at the Canadian dollar versus the Japanese yen before, so I'm going to just quickly highlight CAD yen again, just because it's another market of interest to us due to the currency strength indicator tables, and we are approaching a big level of support. Now, I've just got it on this hourly time frame at the moment, because what we explained last time was that when price kind of came through this area here, the currency strength indicator tables told us that actually the move to the downside was not really something to consider anymore, and price came and rejected the previous highs in here, moved down to an area of support, which was also this dynamic support of the 50 moving average. The reason why I'm showing you that is because Charles brought it to my attention, and you can see that it's also happened here as well most recently. Obviously that was a Friday, so you probably won't be looking to trade that potential position there due to the sort of headline risk over the weekend. But we came up to that 98 handle again. We kind of retested it. It had the 50 moving average there on the hourly result, and you can see price has rallied to the upside. So something to consider to add to your charts when you're looking at your charts is that hourly 50 moving average. It can act as a good area of support, of a dynamic support when you're looking for opportunities with the tables. Now you can see that we are approaching a big level of resistance. However, if I just zoom out a little bit here, you can see that I've got the 99 spot 25 handle mapped in here at the moment, and that is a big level of resistance. You can see that we had held it as support for quite some time before price traded through it. So got to be a little bit careful with CAD yen longs at the moment, because we are coming into that 99.25. However, I think if we pull back into sort of the 98 spot 50 handle, that could be where we looked at. Now, I did kind of talk about this in the video previously, that you could be looking for a break above sort of 98 and a retest before looking for longs. So if you did do that in line with this sort of H1 chart, you'd be up about 100 pips if you did hold it over the weekend. But I think the target's 120 pips there. If price was to pull back maybe into this sort of 98.50 area, so if I just extend this out a little bit into sort of this area here, trend line support as well, we could get another move of around about 70 pips to the upside. So again, something else to consider. So that's all I've got time for. I'm going to leave it there. Have a look at your Canadian dollar. It seems to be the one to watch at the moment. Thanks for watching this video update, and I'll catch you in the next one.